Curtis, Melody,
I was doing physical comedy with my face is what I was
Jody,
doing.
Ah,
John.
all right. Well, good to see
Hello,
everybody.
everybody.
Hello, everybody.
All right. Spend a little
I was gonna
time
say it's like
here.
the that used to be your line, Dad. You used to be like, "Hello, everybody. Robert
Hello,
Hollis here." So then
everybody.
hello, everybody.
Well, it still is as far as I know, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Well, welcome, 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 everybody. We are so glad to have you on board with us today. It is Saturday, July 6th, 2024, and we're starting to wind down the year. We have gone beyond the halfway point. Does that mean that you should stop what you're doing? No, because if you haven't done anything yet, there's still plenty of time to get started. I love what Robert has said before and what he shared with us. Or I forget who the gentleman was who actually quoted it, but there are two times to start new things in your life: 20 years ago and today. If you haven't started 20 years ago, let's get started today, because today will be the first day of the new beginning of the new you. So, a couple of things before we get started here on the AMAs with the amazing Robert Hollis. Ask me anything, of course. We got to give it out to each and every one of you as our subscribers keep going up. Now we are at 7,295. Five more, and we got that 7,300 mark. So, thank you again for promoting us, for sharing things, sharing the videos that we do with others, and for just being great people that subscribe and that have ears to hear. We appreciate you and we love you very, very much. Because today is Ask Me Anything, of course, if you are joining us, please make sure to ask a question if you have one for Robert. It's Ask Me Anything. You get to ask Robert anything. So here's how you go about doing it. You can type your question in the chat in Zoom, or you can raise your hand like Bill Shoemaker has done to speak with Robert directly. That's the whole point behind Ask Me Anything, is to speak with Robert directly. Very simple to do. Now, as of last week, I created a nice little thing where you put your cursor here in the middle of the screen where you see my picture. Then at the very bottom, there is a button that says Raise Hand. Click on that, and that will let us know that you want to share with Robert. If you don't see the Raise Hand button down there, click on the either React or Reactions buttons, and then you can click on Raise Hand. The final way to do it is if you see the three dots with More. That's another button. If you don't see any of those previous items, click on the More button, then click on either Raise Hand or React, and then click on Raise Hand if you clicked on the React or Reactions. I know that's a lot, but we're trying to make things as simple as possible to help you raise hand, interact, and be a part of what Ask Me Anything is all about. And then before we turn it over to Robert, got to give a shout out to James Saunders. James, thank you so very, very much. $20 donation was incredible. It was done during our podcast, which airs every Friday at 12 p.m. Pacific. We appreciate you. We love you, man. And if you're watching on YouTube, please click the $ button below the chat or below this video, and you can donate. And all the donations that you make will go to organizations and that Robert supports, because he does do a lot of donations. So thank you very much, James, and
Thank you. Thank
everybody
you.
who supports what we do here with Ask Me Anything and what Robert does with his organizations. Final thing, Robert, I loved what Terry shared in her vibe of the day, and I want to share that with everybody before we get things going and turn it over to you. Today's vibe of the day read as follows: An amazing chapter is starting in your life. Remember, life is an adventure to explore whilst you have fun. It's time to enjoy your life. It's time for a massive positive change. Go for it. Or should I say, go for it. All right. That being said, let's do what we are here to do, that voodoo that we all do so well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get started with our GPS to success, our dear friend, our mentor. Let's give it up for Mr. Robert Hollis.
Thank you so much, Craig, the hostess with the mostest. I love and appreciate you. I hope that those of you that celebrated had an incredible 4th of July, and it was safe, and no one ended up in the hospital, and it was full of joy. um, Thanks, Matt, for jumping on here, but thanks each and every one of you for being on here. I have just something very simple to share because of the 4th of July. And it was a statement that I heard that I think that every one of you can resonate with. And the statement is, and I don't know who said it, so I guess it's me today on Saturday, AMA. It's like, too much is given, much is required. Who has a lot, should give a lot. And here's the problem with that. If you're not grateful and don't know how to be grateful for what you have and who you are, then you don't feel grateful. So you don't feel like you have anything. So then you don't give. Interesting, huh? So if someone is not grateful, they're not interested in sharing with anybody. So as I'm learning and continue to keep learning how to sort, there's really only 2 groups of people. I usually say 3. Here's the 2 groups of people. People that are consistently finding ways of giving. It could be of their time. It could be of encouragement. It could be of listening. It's like they see something that's inspirational or something that makes you laugh, and they share it. Their mind is always getting the right vibration and share, getting the right vibration and share, getting the right vibration and share. The other group of people just don't share. So I thought, wow, what a pretty interesting thought, that if I'm looking at 2.9 billion people that are active on Facebook, and I look at somebody's profile, how fast do you think that you could figure out if that person is a giver or a spectator? You could tell pretty quick, right? Could you tell by the way their Facebook profile is set up, or maybe other social media? Could you tell by the number of friends and followers that they have? There's a lot of things that you can tell from someone's profile. And I can guarantee you, some of you that might have people that are not replying or maybe pitching you on something else. I know there's a group of people, this is how much they believe in what they're doing, is they'll make fake profiles to share information. Yeah, that's a true believer, isn't it? You know what I mean? So you go to and why would they do that? Well, because the stuff that they're sharing could be construed as being a spammer. And so they have to protect themselves to not lose their main Facebook account. And I'm going like, wow, that would really show what you're giving, right? And so what I wanted to share with you guys just really quickly, and we'll get right into the Q&A. I don't want to take too much of your weekend away here today, is one thing is that here's just a question. This is not to beat any of you up. I just want to get you to think. So what is the use what if we have the internet, and on top of the internet, some of us live in countries where you pretty much can connect with anybody in the world, right? So you have the internet, you have social media, you live in a country that allows you to use the internet, and you can virtually almost share anything with anybody. What's the use of having that if you're not going to use it? So I think that the 4th of July, a lot of people don't know this, but you can AI it or Google it. But, when the founders when the founding fathers decided that they didn't want, they wanted certain rights and they didn't want to be taxed so much. Do you guys realize that the average age of these guys was 30? I think the oldest was George Washington. I think he was 44, but the rest of them were all 18, 19, and 20 years old. Don't you guys find that pretty interesting? Because for those of you that don't know, history tells us that, you didn't live very long back in the 1700s. So if you were going to be gone, if the average age of living was people were dead at the age of 40, you might have a little more urgency in your life. And so I think about this, and I remember when I was younger, my mentor would dress up as Uncle Sam, and he would stand in his red, white, and blue on the stage, and he's going, it's like, now there's a lot of countries that have the internet, and there's a lot of countries that can communicate with people all over the world. So freedom probably means just a little different thing to a lot of different people. But if there was an option for you to live the lifestyle that you were really designed or created to have, and you just decide not to opt in, what does that really say about you? Is that everything's more important than you living the life that you were intended to live? And that's okay. I'm really starting to learn more and more every year that goes on that there is this group. I don't remember the speech. I believe it was by Theodore Roosevelt, but it was all about, there's a group of people that will be at the Olympics, and then there's going to be a group of people that are watching the Olympics. And so all this stuff is about, are you a person that is vicariously living through the lives of other people? Are you just an audience person? Or are you actually a person that's active in life, actually doing something? And so the only thing I wanted to share is that here's a thought. I don't ever remember ever not participating as a player in everything that I've done. I don't ever remember being a spectator or in the audience. So if you're sorting people, I use a lot of things about, are they positive? Are they a good joke teller? Are they a good storyteller? And I can stop right there. What is the difference between the person that shows up at the party just to watch and the person that's actually telling jokes or, on the microphone or dancing? Don't you guys always see, regardless of where you go, there's people that are actually involved in what the hell's going on? And then the rest of the people are just spectators. So in sorting for people, wouldn't you think that just glancing at their profile a little bit, because my math, because I understand numbers, is always rings true. So if there's 2.9 billion people on Facebook active, then that means that there's 290 million people on Facebook that if you contacted them, they would run you over to get involved in this company and go to work. They wouldn't just get in. They would buy things. They would figure out how to share, and they would share all day, every day to make their situation and their life better. That's my intent. That's the people that I'm looking for every day. And I usually find those people through who? Spectators. I always find the players through the spectators. Did you guys hear that? What some of you are trying to do is you're trying to get spectators to be players. And they don't want to play. They want to spectate. They want to be in the audience. So you need to identify those people immediately in your head, because if you're telling them a bunch of stuff and giving them a bunch of education and you're sharing all kinds of links and all kinds of videos with them and trying to plug them into a bunch of stuff, when they are not a player, they will not watch the videos. They will not interact. They'll probably ghost you. They'll probably block or delete you because you're trying to make them a player. They're not a player. And it's evidence not only in what they do, but it's usually an evidence in every area of their lives. Now, here's a question I have for all of you, because I don't know the answer. I don't know this answer. Can a spectator turn into a player? I don't know. Isn't it great that we have that choice? Because I don't ever remember being interested in being a spectator. So I'll bring this up in sort of a close and we'll go in. I just, if there's an advantage of the opportunity that I'm involved in, my daily choice is to get people to understand that if they reached out to Terry, my wife, and said, Terry, I think you should take a look at this. Not only would my wife would have filled out the form, but she would have became a free affiliate. She would immediately bought product, and she would immediately ask me and Matt to help her build a little business. Okay. So in the last 6 years, if you were that person that introduced Terry to MDC, you would have easily made over $2 million. Here's the question. Do you think there's other Terrys out there? Because if you don't believe that, then you might just stay a spectator. I believe that. For 37 years, I have worked with spectators and people in the audience to get them excited enough to introduce me to players. Did that help any of you? Because it's very easy right now on social media to tell who's a giver and who's not a giver. Very easy. It would be the amount of followers that they have. It'd be the amount of people that are their friends. See, when I got in this game of the internet, found MySpace. How did I find MySpace? Because Matt and I used to sell websites to people. And people started telling us that, you know what? I'm not going to pay $50 a month for the website anymore because I can create a free account on MySpace. And the second that I went to MySpace, we sold the company and I became a MySpace member. Then I became a Facebook member. And my first goal is that if these guys have a lot of people that are following them, what could I do to get these people to follow me? Give them something of value. Wow, that's straight out of Science of Getting Rich. So there's two groups of people on the internet right now. People that have a large following and other people that are finding something else to do. That's called spectating. And so that's all I got to say is like, as I'm building faster and faster and faster, it's like, I'm just looking for people that go, wait a minute, that's how simple it is. Yeah. So wait a minute. I create a free account, then I look at what you have, and then I make a decision to purchase something. And if I can't afford to do that, then all I got to do is take my affiliate link and share it with as many people as I can, as fast as I can. Yeah, this is a no-brainer. And then you got the other people that are spectators that are going like, I got a question. I got a question. Which question? I don't know what to do. That's called a spectator. Oh, so you're just a spectator. What do you mean? Well, most people in the world are just spectators. They want to change their life. They're just not gonna. Can I still show you how you can make money without being a player? How? I need you to think of people that you're connected with on your social media that are players. Who's the person in your friend list and your following list that have the most followers, the most friends? Because I've made a joke about this from the time that the internet was involved. I used to tell people, here's the Super Saturday training. You ready? You ready? Here it is. Have you ever had someone send you a video? And when you watch the video, it brought up some kind of emotions in you, whether it made you inspired or made you laugh or giggle or even made you sad. And what your thought was as you watched that video, when you finished this video, you went, I'm going to share this with people. There, you're trained. You don't believe me? Watch this. I send you some of the videos that I send to people. And you either don't watch them, or when you do, that you don't get inspired to share them with others. You're not my people. You're just not my people. My mentor shared this book with me. I went and bought it the day he shared it. I went home and read it, and then I called him back. And for 37 years, because this made such an impact on me, I've been sharing it with everyone I can find. Why do I have a big harvest? Because I plant a lot of seeds. So most people, majority of people, will not get the book, will not read it, will not finish it, and will not get back to the person that showed it to them. Why do you get upset and mad because people just choose at this time in their life to be spectators? To me, it's sorting. So my mentor 37 years ago said, he showed me a video. I had a guy that called me up. Hey, I met this guy that made $62,000. He's looking for people that are interested in making six figures their first year with his proven training and system. Do you know anybody? Me. I show up and see the evidence of his income and the evidence of him helping other people. And I asked him what to do. He said, Robert, you got to get excited. He put me in dream mode. If I gave you this 62 grand, what would you do with it? How would that make you feel? How would that make you feel? How would that make you feel? He said, where you see yourself getting started? I don't know. I don't have any money. Well, let me show you how to make money without investing money. I'm interested. Who do you know? And the video that got me excited was the video that I had in my hand that I could share with others. That's when you should know immediately where your heart and soul and spirit are. Because I watched the video and it excited me. So then I wanted to get other people to watch that video. Me and my wife were talking yesterday, and here's something funny for you guys. My mentor didn't have a script. My mentor told me, I got to get 70 people in 30 days to watch this video. Get excited. Say as little as possible to as many people as you can, as fast as you can. And you'll learn as you go. He called it pay attention. I was like, game on. So now in this day and age, I'm finding faster ways to sort people. I mean, I see Kai on here. And again, I want to give him a shout out, you know? So there was a lot of people that found out about that wealth and fitness contest. A majority of them said, I'm not participating.
Way to go, Kai.
Way to go, Kai. See, most people said, I'm not doing it. I don't win things. I'm not going to participate. I'm not going to share. I'm not going to raise any money for children's cancer. I'm just opting out. Kai chose not to opt out. So through his experience, he knows he's got a family that loves and support him because he had the courage to reach out to us. And the second thing he did is each and every day, all day, he was sharing. So same as thing. Other two shout outs I want to do really quickly is I don't know if you guys got to see, we posted, Matt helped me post, oh, did we get that back up yet? The updated video. Matt, I don't remember if we did or not.
The which one
MDC,
specific? Sorry, I was working on something.
MDC update video. Did we put that on our YouTube channel yet?
Yeah, we did. I
Okay.
believe so. Yeah,
Cool.
I'll confirm it though.
Yeah,
It looked like you guys did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, we did.
Perfect. Thank you, Matt and Craig, for helping me do that.
No problemo.
Well, what was the point that I was trying to make? Oh, the point I was trying to make is Raymond. He actually won one of the contests, so shout out to Raymond. And also the guy that's on vacation right now is Bob Johnson. So whenever you see hemp works, hemp does work, hemp whatever, you know, that's always that's Bob Johnson knocking it down on both of the different scoreboards. So I'm really proud of him. So there you go. That's all I got to say. Let's answer some questions and get you on with your day.
Sounds like a plan. Well, thank you so very much. And Kai, yes, congratulations. Appreciate you. If you're watching us on YouTube, go ahead and hit that like button, which is down below. It helps us to grow our channel, and we appreciate you. Also, hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber yet to the Robert Hollis channel, and then click on the bell so you'll get all the notifications. Thank you again. All right, coming up with their hands raised, dun, 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 we have Dennis Allen, Jody Falcon, but first, he's back on top. He's been our first quite a few times on Ask Me Anything. He's back, and he is first again. Give it up for Mr. Bill Shoemaker.
Hey, Bill, how are you?
Awesome, brother. Thank you. Thank you, Craig. I love you, brother.
Love you, man. Thank you.
Wow. You know, I was gone the last couple of calls, and I did watch the replays. I was just busy doing other things and just
Cool.
reevaluating, you know. I'm one of the people that'll be dancing, by the way, and I'm turning from a spectator to a player. Okay. It's making a transition. So you can do it. I truly believe you can. So thank you. And I wanted to give you a special thank you, Robert, for reaching out. That was really special to me. And Melody too, and Mary Barter also reached out to me. And that's just, you know, it shows you what a great family we have. Thank you, Melody and Mary. You guys are incredible. So I'm excited. One question that I have for you is that, what's that? Looks like you're done. I know message there. Anyway, I promote you, you know that, Robert. And I'm making some new videos on something I have a passion for. It's video poker. I don't know why. My dad was a poker player. I'm a lot like him, and I'm going to stream it. So, you know, I'm going to have people watch me do it. That's one thing I'm going to do. Anyway, My question to you is, when I use Chat GPT to promote you, you are a phenom. You are the GOAT when it comes to network marketing. I mean, Chat GPT knows this, right?
It is pretty weird, isn't it?
So my question is, network marketing seems to have a negative connotation. Should we be using that in our language when we're marketing?
There's a lot of things, Bill, that I'll share with you. I was taught years and years and years ago that if I know that there's a certain concept or word that I could say, neat example is, if I, decided to use every other word as the F word, right? A person needs to be very naive to not think that that sort of upsets, and some people find it offensive, and some people might make a decision not to do business with me because of that. And so I'm conscious and aware of that. So what I say about that is that there's a lot of people out there that hear a word about something like an electric car, and they already throw out their opinions and their thoughts about stuff, and they listen to all the, pardon my language, the bullshit, if you guys haven't watched our podcast. So what I do is I refrain from using that word. I really, really, really do. And the reason that I do is just like trying to convince somebody that electric's a good way to go. And I'll give you guys a neat thought, right? And this is just a thought. I'm not trying to change you or get your opinion, right? But almost everything that I know that has to deal with certain tools in the craftsman arena, the plumbers, the auto mechanics, the contractors, the carpenters, the electricians, everyone that's in the trades right now has changed to electric, portable, a battery where you can move it. And I can go anywhere. It's not an electric cord anymore. And let me give you the last example. We have 3 acres of grass, 18 sprinkler zones, and Matt can contest to this. And one of the things our son that will be 31 tomorrow, Kyle, what we have the biggest commercial stuff that you can imagine, right? So we don't get a small tractor, lawn tractor. We get the biggest one you can get. And so on with the weed whackers, the chainsaws, everything. Why buy, amateur stuff when you can buy? So it probably cost me like $900 for this weed whacker. I mean, it is just the baddest ass weed whacker that you can imagine, right? And all of a sudden it just wouldn't start. And we've had it probably maybe for 6 years. So Kyle and I go to Lowe's and Home Depot, and we find a DeWalt weed whacker that's electric with a 5-hour battery. Now, the first design that I loved about it is that the motor's in the head of the weed whacker, not up on your shoulder and you trying to hold this vibrating thing that as you're weed whacking, it makes every muscle in your body numb, right? And because the motor's driving a shaft, a metal shaft that goes down the tube that you're holding, right? Well, this electric motor for the electric weed whacker is on the end of the weed whacker where the string is. So it can fold in half and the battery lasts for 5 hours. But then it had an adjustable speed on it. So you could go low speed or high speed, and you can dial in the speed with the string that you're using. And get this, the stringer has AI on it. So it auto feeds the string to exactly the right length all the time. So it knows when it's weeding it, it's knocking some string off, and it just moves out and you don't do anything. And Kyle uses it. And I was telling my son about this Tim Allen thing. He remembers it, but I had to tell him that when he bought it, the first thing that I started doing is grunting, weed whacker, and some of you don't understand, but that's okay. That's what some men do, maybe some women. And it's like, I was
Tim
just
Allen.
fascinated. I was fascinated with this. So Kyle uses it and he comes in and he goes, Dad, I everything that I normally weed whack, I did in 1/10 of the time. And he's going, I like weed whacking. I was looking at him going, and I look out and he's done things that he's weed whacked stuff that he hasn't weed whacked before. What a change in experience. It's so, I know there's some people that are going to be bitching and complaining. I'm never getting an electric weed whacker. It's just mind boggling to me. All right. So I would, in this scenario, if I was trying to sell that weed whacker, if I was trying to convince people to use this weed whacker, I would bring it to them. I would just demonstrate it in front of them. Then I'd put it in their damn hand. And then I would give them my affiliate link. I'm not going to spend a lot of time trying to convert them from gas to electric. So I learned to fight my battles, Bill. So that was a long answer to, I just basically tell them directly. I said, listen, have you heard of affiliate marketing? Yeah. When you sign up for free, you are going to be an affiliate. The company calls you an affiliate. And then you share your affiliate link for, 200 countries with over 12,000 products. And my wife and I, by sharing an affiliate link for a little over 6 years, just went past 4.9 million. I mean, I'm sure you might not know this, but you can look it up on Google or AI. But Microsoft has an affiliate program. Apple does. Walmart does. Tesla does. They all have affiliate links. And again, this goes back to my opening thing, Bill. I would say to people, man, do you realize that a majority of everything in the world now has a referral link? Are you the kind of person that sees that and goes, wow, this hasn't been a bad service to me, I'll refer this? Or are you the kind of person that just doesn't want to bother people? I don't want to bother people. Listen, who do you know?
Do you know?
Here's a quick one, Bill. Who do you know that over the years is consistently sending you stuff and referring stuff to you? Oh my God. Oh my God. Bill Shoemaker. He sends me everything. He tags me on everything. It's like, I need to talk to this guy. So what would stop a player from playing?
Nothing.
I'll tell you what, hanging around the spectators.
Who you hang around with?
Bottom line. So we're all excited. We go out and share with a bunch of non-players, and they don't participate. And we allow that to steal our energy. We allow that to make us think this doesn't work. Instead of just asking the spectators and the followers, who do you know that's a player? Now, most people, even on that one, most people will go, that's why I say, hey, if you were the one that sent the link to my wife, you won the lottery. So that's why I believe and I know they're still out there. So that was a long answer. I don't tell people. I don't say, hey, I'm a network marketer and I'm in network marketing and I think you got to get in network marketing. because I know the majority of the people have heard stuff that are not correct, just like electric vehicles. But if you
Great,
notice,
great answer.
yeah, thanks, Bill.
Yeah.
And that's why I always share that analogy. You know, people that have questions, if you always share like a parable, you know, people go, you know, well, everyone's got CBD. And I go, everyone usually has more than one TV. What's your point? What are you talking about? Why does everyone continue to sell new TVs if everyone's already got one or two of them? Oh, never thought about that. It's called upgrade. Some people don't want to upgrade their nutrition. Some people don't want to upgrade anything. I'm looking for people that are interested in trying something with a money back guarantee. And then once they like it, then they'll actually share that product with other people. I'm not looking for participators in life.
So do you have a referral link to that weed whacker? I got something else on my bucket list.
I do not have a Home Depot referral link, Bill. That's a good one. But here's the thing. I know that you could definitely find it on Amazon. And so you'd want to be an Amazon person before that. But you're absolutely right. I was telling my wife, one funny thing, Bill, you'll like this, is I said, listen, instead of using a weed whacker, you know, I got a giant flame torch that's on a propane tank. And I said, you just can incinerate them. And when I said that, she was going like, what? And guess what? I went to YouTube and I put burning weeds, and found like 6 videos, and all 6 videos had a link to how you could buy it on Amazon.
Sounds like more fun.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So, Robert, are you sharing a new video now, or
Nope.
nope?
Nope.
What
Nope.
was the last one we were sharing?
I'm still sharing every time I do a new success and freedom video. That's the one. So I got the 6-minute one that I have right now. That's the one that I'm using as a peak of interest after connecting and giving them a gift. I did make a small change. Thanks for bringing that up. Some of you, but if you go to roberthollis.com/gifts, plural, it's got a number of gifts there. So I started thinking, wow, what a concept. You know, maybe what I could do is let them pick out the gift they want. And so, yeah, Matt put that page together for me. For some of you that don't have a website, I would probably build a Google Doc. You know what I mean? Build a Google Doc, Word doc, and put all the gifts in there. And then you're sharing more than one. I think someone would click on a link that said gifts. You know what I mean? And so once I connect with them, then I pique their interest. Ask them, I say, here's the evidence. Do you know of anyone that's interested in making, 6 figures a year? And then after I see that, I say, hey, create a free affiliate account. So I put my affiliate link in there, and that's what I do.
Awesome.
Appreciate you.
You're amazing, brother, and congratulations to Raymond and Coach Bob.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Welcome back. We missed you, Bill.
Thank you. I miss you guys too. I love you much.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bill, thank you so much. And yes, welcome back. We're glad to have you always. All right. Before we move along, continue, got to give a shout out here. We have some new people who have joined us on Ask Me Anything, and one of which his hand is raised. So that'll be great. The 2 people are Dennis Allen and Martin Nicholson. You guys, welcome. Everybody give them a round of applause for becoming part of our Ask Me Anything. And of course, if you want to join Robert with more intimate, I'm going to say intimate in the sense of you get more personalized attention, you can join our inner circle or our imaginators and get, as Robert is showing, plugged in. You go to roberthollis.com/join, and you'll become part of both the Inner Circle and or the Imaginators. Either way, we go into more depth, we go into more personal attention to you. Please join us. Thank you so very much. All right. Coming up, I did mention that Dennis is coming up. We have also Kai with his hand up. But first, Jody Falcon. Jody, go ahead, open up, and please share with us.
Hey, everybody. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Matthew. Good to see you again, Bill. Hi, Robert. How are you?
I am blessed and highly favored and deeply loved. How are you?
Ditto. Wow, your monologue. Wait, what is this saying? Looks like oh, whatever.
Right.
Your monologue was so spot on for my question. So I have thoroughly enjoyed, watching and communicating with Nigeria's celebration and everything on Facebook.
That was
Wow.
cool.
It was so much fun to be involved, at least that way, There was a comment, I'm pretty sure Joshua made it, and so many words about how grateful he is, to be with MDC, 5-year celebration. And he did mention something to the effect that he had a regret that it took him so long. So would you say like he was a spectator for years?
Yeah.
And then whatever, a download came to him,
Yep.
divine intervention, and he became a player. My question to you, during those couple of years before he joined, did you have any human experience moments of feeling frustrated, exasperated, anything like that?
I used to, Jody. I used to. Our goal in life, I believe, is to constantly work on ourselves harder than anything else. And so I used to remember always being like, what the hell is wrong with these people? Frustrated, overwhelmed, confused. People would tell me how bad things were in their life. And a lot of times, if they had time and money, they could have took care of that issue very, very quickly. Moving them from spectator to player was very, very difficult for me. And I still deal with that a little bit. I'm just aware of it more. Jody, I know you're the kind of person now that, you're working on yourself as well. Now I realize that that everyone is really on their own journey. And
Of
so,
course. Yes.
yeah. And so, it was hilarious to me that, in the interview that I did with Joshua Daramella, that he said that one day he just got up, and I did this sooner in my career. I did it, 2 weeks into my career, that I said, listen, I'm just going to humble myself. I'm not going to do any versions of what my mentor tells me. I'm going to do exactly what he tells me. And I'm not going to add anything, and I'm not going to subtract anything. And what made me do that was the evidence of him showing his income and also showing other income of other people that he had helped. And so that was when my mind just said, listen, I'm just going to say as little as possible to as many people as I can. And my goal as fast as I can. And I'm going to get 70 people to watch this, our VHS tape. I'm just going to do it. And I even remember saying this, to show you the commitment of doing what my mentor taught me, is that's when I said, listen, I was so confident that I was going to do it, that I said, if this doesn't work, I'm going to track you down and kick your ass. But do you understand in the words that I said that I made a commitment to do it?
Exactly.
So no script, no nothing, no internet, no cell phone. I had to find people face to face, and I did it. I 100% just did it. And because I did what he told me, it not only got me the rank, but it also got me the check that I needed to take me to the next level.
Sure.
Because the people that were following me seen documentation of my rank and my check. And so, yeah, there was a lot of people that I shared that video with, 72, but out of the 72, only 6 of them actually duplicated what I did.
Mhm.
So in this day and time, Jody, I think the hardest thing for people is they're just not willing to just do the thing that of the person that inspires them. You know, again, I talk about find someone that's got evidence of helping other people get a check or a check that you admire. And people are just not willing to let go of everything but that.
Mhm.
But isn't it interesting when we talk about the word player? If we're talking about a player in any other industry that we might admire and watch them perform, that 1% has no problem with getting rid of their ego. It's like you just get drafted into the NBA or the NFL. None of these people show up after they were drafted and says, listen, let me tell you what I've been doing. Let me tell you what I heard from another coach.
Oh my God.
Can you effing imagine?
Yes, and it's hilarious to do so.
It's hilarious. So we live in a world where people have way too many options. And because they have way too many options, they can, wow, thank you for bringing this up, Jody. I got a great download. Is they get to fake themselves out and lie to themselves that they're actually participating.
Oh yeah.
See,
Uh-huh.
if I'm constantly buying new books, buying new courses, listening to somebody different, going to events, then this makes me lie to myself that I'm a player.
Exactly. Whoa, that's powerful. Ooh, man.
And so it's
Wow.
a what we call an avoidance activity. See, this is something that they can do where I'm learning, I'm still in the place of learning instead of doing. And, you know, they get the things messed up where they think they got to have before they can do, so they can be whatever. They don't understand that you got to be and then do and have.
Exactly.
So the
Exactly.
majority of the people in the world, they're either people that are also called, you know, they might be minor players, you know what I mean? And I can
Minor
always,
league.
yeah, minor league. And I always can tell where their mindset is, because if you guys listen with your ears, people will tell you exactly where they are.
Mhm.
And I had a guy reach out to me today and said, hey, you know what? If you would ask Josh to do blah, 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 I think it would be way, way better for us.
What?
Yeah. And I'm like, in my mind going, see, when you think you can't do something because of somebody else, then that makes you out of control.
Yeah.
So that's why
Who
I
wants to
say
be out of control?
you see successful people, they always say the exact opposite of everything. Like, I'll give you a crazy example. I heard a lady ask a question the other day, and she said, and you guys will probably relate a lot with this. It's like she said, I just really have a difficulty with trusting people. And the guy said, that's not true. And she goes, no, I've trusted some people and they've taken advantage of me. And he goes, that's awesome. And she said, why is that awesome? And he says, now you know the difference. How else could you learn the lesson?
Oh, exactly.
And she's saying, wow, you could see her go, whoa. And so she said, but I feel like it's impacting me today where I don't trust people, so I'm not engaging. And he goes, but you trusted your feelings in the past and you got taken advantage of. And she goes, exactly. And she goes, so you already know that your life's not going to move forward unless you trust and risk. And you just decided you're no longer participating.
That's it in a nutshell.
And then he goes, can I ask you one question? And she goes, yeah. Have you ever risked or trusted an individual and it turned out okay? She goes, of course. He goes, it's funny that you didn't bring that up. See, let's
Right.
talk about all your wins.
Exactly.
When you did something that you thought was risky and it turned out good and built your confidence and your self-esteem that got you to the next level. And so you'll notice in my view that just like the be, do, have that most people think they have to have and then do to, be to have.
Right, right.
It's like, it's pretty amazing that I would be an amazing person if I had a good sponsor. That sponsor helped me and taught me and held my hand. And when I got a check, then I could be a person that's a player.
Yeah, and as long as you keep putting conditions, okay, what if this, that, and the other, or whomever, you're never going to accept full responsibility.
Never.
And therefore you can't be successful.
I heard this saying, Jody, just recently, and I had heard it years ago, but and it was someone that is really, really big. I think it was Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's partner that just passed away. And he goes, do you realize, someone asked him, can you tell who's going to be successful and who's not? He said, and exactly the way they talk. And the guy goes, what are you looking for? And he goes, there's people that talk to me where I can tell through their enthusiasm and their excitement that they're the star of their own movie.
Oh, wow.
They see themselves as the main character in their life.
That's beautiful.
And he says, everybody else is constantly telling me about the other characters in the movie. I just got chills. I don't think I've ever said that on any training.
Wow.
So that's where you brought up Joshua. Joshua, for the first 4 years of him being involved in MDC, just never ever believed that if he did what I told him that he would get results. So he couldn't forget and unlearn to relearn.
Okay, that's a tricky road.
Yeah.
I've been
And then
there.
one day he got up and he's going, I'm just going to do exactly what he tells me to do. And then he gets 250Ks in his group, buys a piece of property, builds a home for his mom and his sibling, has now got a nice apartment in Lagos, Nigeria, close to the office. Just got engaged.
Oh, how wonderful. I missed that part.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are happening. And I look at him as another son. He his father hasn't been present in his life. And yeah, when people, so it doesn't matter how long it takes to become a player, but you got to decide to be a player and a star in your own movie.
Yeah, that's really the only way to do it. And to be happy and fulfilled.
Well, can't you, people that are stars of their own movie, they got a little different energy, don't they?
Oh, yeah. For sure. Yes.
Yeah. And think about this. When I said that, it was the other point that you brought up. It's that, no, I'm just really, really patient with people. I'm really patient for people. I'm always sort of, geez, I haven't said this word in ever. I just constantly feel like I want to be the interceder. I want to be the person that's saying, Jody, listen, you got it within you. You're a miracle. Don't forget about that. you got to trust yourself and ask yourself, what's the right path for you? And just trusting that if you become a player, that each and every time that you play, you get gooder and gooder. You just
Yes.
really get gooder and gooder at
Mhm.
playing that role and the star of your own movie. And so I'll tell people what to do, but now I know that there's people that are in this business that I know really well that have made some incredible income, even, double than what I've earned. And they don't do it exactly the way I do it.
Yeah.
But they have confidence in what they do.
Of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
For
it's
sure.
easy to have confidence when you trust yourself and you go, okay, I got to find a way to get people to watch this video. How can I'm really, really good at that. I'm really good at not going, hey, I wonder who so and so thinks. I wonder, I got to go out there and find out what other people are doing. I'm all about questioning myself, going, what would I be willing to do? What would I do? I got to talk to as many people as I can, as fast as I can. Where can I go? And I make mistakes, but I do it. I tell people all the time, the funniest thing I tell on myself is that I lived in San Fernando Valley. It's called Reseda. You guys know who Karate Kid is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he grew up in Reseda. And so when I asked myself that question, I got to go to where there's a lot of people. My brain told me, then I got to get up and shower, get in a vehicle, and drive to downtown LA
Mm-hmm.
on the two busiest freeways in the planet.
Ugh.
101 and the 405. That's like and when am I going to go? Oh, I'm going to go when everybody else goes. It's like it's crazy. And so I drove down to the biggest skyscrapers that were in downtown LA, just knowing that these skyscrapers are full of people and that I could meet people there. And
And
it
we
turned,
have it so easy now.
oh my God.
I mean, Lord
Yeah.
in heaven, we have it so easy.
Yeah.
It's all right here.
And I think more than anything, Jody, no one lied to me. It's like what I mean by that, I didn't even lie to myself. I knew that I would have to go through thousands and thousands of people. I think that's the best thing that my mentor gave to me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He's going, you're going to have to go through a lot of people. And I was going, I don't care. I don't care. You told me that if I get 70 people to watch this video, that I'm done. He goes, that's the numbers. He said, now some people don't want to do that, And so
Mhm.
like I remember when we started MDC a little over 6 years ago, I got 312 people to create a free account
Wow.
in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And so people ask me the questions that I don't know. Well, Robert, how many people did you reach out to? I don't know. How many people didn't reply to you? I don't know. I know the
Those numbers
number.
are meaningless.
I know the number that is important. I got
Yeah, right.
312 people that pre-enrolled. And out of the 312 people that pre-enrolled, 81 of them bought product. That's what I know.
And once again, if you focus on what you want and not focus on what you don't have,
Yeah.
well, then
Still to
that's
this
where the
date,
numbers are.
still to this date, this is what I tell people, Jody. And when you listen to these numbers, this is the way I think. I already have evidence in the world that there's people that have 200 million paid members.
Oh my gosh.
200 million paid members that pay monthly. That company is called Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
So when you think of Walmart and you think of Apple and you think of Microsoft and you think about all these companies that are Fortune 10 companies, They all have hundreds of millions of people on subscription.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying I need to get 200 million. I'm just believing that I can get 1 million. Now, why do I believe that I can get 1 million? Because I already have evidence of 3 people that I know that have over 1 million paid subscribers in their organization.
So if they can do it, you can do it.
That's it. I know people that have over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. And I know people that have over 1 million paid subscribers that they get paid on. So now, what if I had 1 million paid subscribers and I only made $1 off each one?
Oh, you poor thing.
12 million a year. 12 million a year.
Yeah.
And I'm with a company that allows me to get other people excited about that concept. And I know what a lot of you did. You should. I don't need 1 million a year. All right, reduce to the ridiculous. You reduce to the ridiculous till your mind goes, well, I make more than $1 per customer. Awesome. But let's still use the dollar. So are there people in MDC and other companies that market like this? Do they have over 1,000 paid subscribers?
Sure.
Does that number seem too big for you?
No.
Then that's the one you're hitting. So then you can go to, so all of a sudden, do you know how many people in the world, if you paid them an extra $12,000 a year, how their lives would change?
Oh my goodness. Wow.
See, I believe that anyone can do that. Will they do it? It's like how many people have a YouTube channel but don't have 1,000 subscribers.
Right.
But if you do, what's the concept? I don't have to get a part-time job. I could retire my spouse. An extra $1,000 a month would be pretty freaking amazing. Well, I'd like 500. See, I don't care where you reduce it, as long as your mind goes, I could do that.
Light
I
bulb
could do
moment
that.
just now. Thank you.
Yeah. So now watch what I expect from those people, you guys. What if you didn't have any expectations on anybody? So I know I have a lot of people in my group that don't want to lose their position. They really know and believe in their heart that one day they're going to be a player, not a spectator. And I'm willing to do just like Joshua. I'll wait for as long as it takes. I'll just guide them, love them, keep telling them the same things over and over, and pray and believe that one day it's going to click for them. So if you consistently do that, now all of a sudden your mind goes, wow, I bet you I could get other people to do this. Again, a majority of the people won't. But all the players that we watch that make millions of dollars are the 1%ers of the people that were players that just didn't quit.
Exactly. Just
Everybody
yeah,
looks
just
at
like
me and
Kai.
goes, oh my God, you're a genius. No, I'm consistent. I'm disciplined. God gave me a gift that I need to get to 8 billion people. So I just got to do my best. Every day. Do
Yeah,
my
each and
best.
every day. Each and every day. That's all.
Yeah, I don't show up on AMAs to entertain myself. I show up on AMAs and I actually do some prayer and meditation before I jump on it, because I'm believing 1,000% in my heart that I'm going to share something because of the questions that you incredible people ask me. I know that I'm plugged in enough to get the person the aha moment that they're looking for.
You most certainly have. Every single time we're all together.
Thank you, Jody. So imagine this. Imagine having 1,000 people in your group, and all they want to do is they know one day it's going to click. right? So they find out from the company that they need to make a purchase to stay active. So that's all they do, right? So say they buy a spray and it's 15 points,
Uh-huh.
right? So if we took that times 1,000 active
Ooh.
people, that's 15,000 in volume. So you're not only an active 10K, but you're making $1,500 a month.
Works for me.
See, I mean, that's how I think. And when I tell people, you'll always notice that if you reduce to the ridiculous, you'll even have non-believers encourage you. I think that I could get 1,000 people that did 15 in volume. Well, Robert, they're not going to bank anything in the binary for their residual check unless they do 40. So some people will do 40. I know they will.
Aha.
And some people want to make money, so they'll definitely become an executive. I know that too. And isn't some of those people going to be 1Ks and 5Ks and 10Ks? Listen, Jody, I know that too. But I'm setting my expectations that I can get 1,000 people to do at least 15.
And it just blossoms from there. Organically, it just kind of,
Because it's numbers.
yes.
Every success story has this story. Little girl, little boy. Caitlin Clark walks up, takes off her shoes, signs them, and gives them to that little girl. And
Oh,
she's like, I know what I'm going to do. If she did it,
wow.
I can do it. So all
Mhm.
the little kids in the world that still have imagination get in there entertained by the players,
Yes.
the people that sing, the people that act, the people that participate in life instead of just existing. So I do believe, I wanted you guys to ask yourself, but I know that I've helped people that were participators and they're now players.
Yep.
I believe,
Spectator to player.
yeah. And it's like, you're a player because if you're a player, you're getting a check every week.
Mhm.
And if you're a player, you get a bigger check on the first Thursday of every month. And if you're a bigger player, you got players underneath you. See, so there's only one thought. If I keep doing this, see, I still in 6 years haven't found a player that wants to play at a super affiliate level.
Oh, okay.
I have a couple
But you
people
know
that
it's going to happen.
totally, but am
Yeah.
I okay? Am I okay with instead of having 5 supers that I can have 10 500s,
Yeah.
22 50s?
Okay.
Or,
Yeah.
or to get 5 million a month. Well, wow, what if I had 5 million subscribers that I only made $1 off of?
Still works for me.
And see, and I just know that that's where it's going, So if you look at everyone that's participating on social media, there's only 2 people. One person that's doing the scrolling, the liking, the comments. They're participating on other people's channels. Here's one for you guys. Just let this sink in. Have any one of you ever liked or even disliked or commented or shared somebody else's content?
Yeah. All the time.
If you've done that, the company made money and possibly they made money. There's people all day, every day that's creating content that other people share and they're making money.
Right.
So you're participating
Mm-hmm.
in the flow of billions of dollars, whether you think you are or not. The only difference with me is I take videos, put them on my YouTube channel, and then put those videos on a Google Doc. So other people will download those videos and put them on their YouTube channel to see how many times they could get them seen.
Genius.
Most
Creative genius.
people participate. The rest of
Yeah.
the people go, I want to be a player. Jody, thanks for opening me up. I always,
Wow.
yeah,
Thank you all so very much.
yeah. So yeah, you gotta allow everyone. The one thing that I do know about the Joshuas of the world, of the 4 years that he was in the company before he started being a player, he always made sure that he didn't lose a spot.
Okay.
Gotta find. So I'm okay with I'm okay with having 1 million spectators. I will go on one other tangent. You guys will love this. All of us are at different ages, right?
Yeah.
And if I said to you guys, do you know how radio stations and TV stations make their money? Wouldn't every one of you go, well, they create content, and then during that content, they make breaks for advertising? Oh, you honestly figured that out all by yourself? Yeah. Okay, so a majority of the people on the planet are participating. There's this really small group over here that's creators. They're like, we got to give them some stuff to watch. Could be reality shows, drama, movies, sci-fi, horror movies. There's a lot of genres to create content, right? What other way would they make money? Ticket sales, spectators, monthly subscribers of cable or YouTube or Netflix, whatever. Do you guys see how simple the world really is? So Craig and Matt are helping me build a YouTube channel, but all of you guys that watch this live and recorded, thank you for participating. Because I believe the more that you participate, the more that you'll get. It's sort of hard to build a subscription model when you're not subscribing to other people's channels. It's hard to get likes and comments and shares when you're not liking and commenting and sharing on other people's stuff. So you get what you got, right? So do you notice that YouTube, when they started, they call it a YouTube what? Channel. Wait, Oprah's got her own channel now, and Dr. Phil have their own channel, and Sandy's got her own channel, and Arthur's got his own channel, and Lisa Marie got her own channel. Are you guys listening here? How do you make money on your channel? Got to put up content, and then you get money from views, and then get to 1,000, and now you make money off advertisers. And then when you have enough subscribers and views on your YouTube channel, then people will call you up and go, hey, Arthur, could we get you to sell our fortune cookies? Now people reach out to you to get you to endorse their product. So learn to be a player. Each and every day, get a little closer to being a better player and getting content on your YouTube, getting it to a place where there's subscribers on it. And let me just say this one part. If, if you're not getting a growth of subscriptions and views and comments. I just don't think that you're authentic enough. Authenticity right now, in my opinion, has a it's just got an unspoken value because everyone else is trying to be like everybody else. So when you see someone that inspires you and you're trying to be them instead of you, that's why you're not getting the results you're looking for. It's because there's already someone like that. Why be like them? Why not be like you? Just a thought. So there you go.
Wow. I hope everybody got that. That was a great way to transition to the next couple speakers, Robert. Thank you, Mary, Jody, for inspiring us with that, getting him on that not say tangent. I don't want to say tangent, on that track.
What's a better word than tangent? Let's just call it what it is. Jody's connected, and when I connect with Jody on these Zooms, then I get downloads.
Yeah.
That's just.
That's kind of why I said instead, I corrected myself and said track, because now you went to
Yeah.
a different track.
Bill, all of you. I'm trying to think of one person that I interact with on here that I don't get a download from. I usually get downloads from every one of you. Unless I'm being prompted to a lot of times I get prompted to sort of instruct people. It's like I see the potential within them, and I just don't understand why they're wasting their time.
All right. Thank you,
So
Robert.
sometimes you guys are telling me that you're doing stuff that I instinctively, because of my years in this industry, knows that that's a dead end road. You're just picking a road for the hell of it. I'm going like Charlie. How many of you would have liked a one-on-one with Charlie Munger? And what does he do? In two sentences, he makes you evaluate your whole life. And he goes, listen, if you stop doing what you're doing right now, will your income continue to come in? Nope. So it's all you. You're a one-person show. Yeah, I would advise that. You got to find a way to get involved in something that allows you to find the right people that will take your business to a place where it sustains itself. All right. All right. Let me take you to the next step. Are you in a business where the people that you're finding and you put in it makes the business grow without you? See, this is something that I've learned in the last 2 weeks that I cannot get out of my head. If my business is like this or like this, that means that I don't have the people within my current organization that really want to play and make 6 figures a year. Oh my God, those people are hard to find. That's where I got the other aha moment of I'll get a million people that just want to hang in. I'm okay with spectators. Are you guys okay with spectators? Different way of looking at it, right? So I don't mind having a million spectators that just plug in and they participate in the best way they know how until they get a Joshua Daramella. I think I got this now. Because you guys wouldn't be so hard on yourself if people got in and came in free and they always did the minimum. So just a thought. Craig?
All right. Thank you so much, Robert. I got to give another donation shout out because I did not.
Please.
I'm sorry I missed her. She donated in the last AMA is Melody Ryba. Melody, thank
Ah,
you. I forgot to mention you. And again, for those of you watching on YouTube, if you want to donate, find the $ around the video, click on that, and all donations will go to the organizations that Robert supports. Thank you very much. And also, please like and share this video on YouTube. We appreciate you and we love you. Two more people have their hands up for today. Kai Al will be coming up, but first, he's got one of his biggest fans right behind him. His name is Dennis Allen, and he's a first timer here. I see that flying up there, Dennis. So go ahead, unmute yourself, and please share with us.
oh, you guys had a,
Try one more time.
Can you hear me?
yep.
Okay. Hey, how's everybody doing?
Wonderful, Dennis. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I couldn't complain. I mean, it's been better.
Well,
It's
it's pretty hilarious that if we complain, it does nothing but make it worse. So, you know, I it's like, it changes the way I feel about the situation. That's for damn sure.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey, I want to give a shout out to Martin Nicholson. He's a new affiliate.
Excellent.
And he's not a spectator, but he's a player.
Good deal.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to him.
Well, congratulations to you, and I'm proud of you, Martin. We definitely have a simple way of following a step-by-step, word-by-word way of doing this. So anything I can do to help you, let me know.
Definitely, most definitely will. Me being, trying to figure this thing out for the first time. What's the first thing that what I need to do to once you want to focus on that one person to build them up, because you want to do one person at a time instead of trying to get everybody all at once, and you're trying to build depth, and help him to find people that he's interested in. What do I need to do to be
it's
the
like,
leader for him?
yeah, the very first thing that you need to do is learn with him. You don't need to be a leader for him. It's like, my first couple of years in this industry, all I did was consistently put the people that I brought in front of my mentor. So I have 2,100 videos on YouTube, and I've covered every subject that I know. And so I even have a playlist. So, I'll change two ways of you thinking. One, when you say, and you've seen this already, is my goal for you immediately, Dennis, is to understand that there's certain words that you're consistently saying that's sort of sabotaging your success. So you're trying to figure this out. What if you already knew what it took to be successful and happy? And so the other thing that you said is I need to do one person at a time. Are you kidding me? I put 72 people in front of my mentor in my first 30 days, and he's the one that told them what to do. And I made $1 million before the age of 30. So when people ask me, Robert, if you were going to send someone a video that wanted to know more about the company, what would you send? I would send Josh Weigel's video. I just had him to do a new one for me. It's on my YouTube channel. It's on my playlist that Craig just did. Don't you find it interesting that Terry and I became super affiliate and My Daily Choice, and there hasn't been another person that hit super since we did? And so people ask me, how did you hit super? I make sure that as many people as I can, as fast as I can, watches Josh Weigel talk about his vision of what he created. So Dennis, did you do any sports?
Yes. football and track.
Okay, football and track. So if you're hanging around a bunch of friends and you're goofing around like running or throwing the football, and you go, wow, you're pretty good. You should come play with us. You should come run track with us. Would you train him how to run track, or would you just introduce him to your coach?
Both.
Me, until I was the best, I would just put him in front of my coach. I'm not, because this is what I do, Dennis. If I don't have any evidence of anyone that I helped do something that an average person would look at and go, that's pretty good, then I need to be to put them in front of somebody else that can make them do that. And so I learn by watching my mentors coach and teach the people that I introduced them to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how you pick it up, right? But it's like that would be the two things that I would change about you. And this is how simple, that's just how simple I treat it, Dennis. Let's say right now that you were asking me and you said, so Robert, what should I follow? What should I do? And I go, well, you know, I've made 4.9 million in the last 6 years. Would that be pretty good for you, Dennis?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'll show you how I did it. I'll just show you how I did it. All day, every day, I get more people to watch a couple of videos than probably everyone in this on this Zoom combined. Because I just know it's numbers for me. So when you're playing sports and we hear about this in other sports, you always have the person that's working more than the rest of the team. And everyone knows who they are, don't they?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like everyone takes the summer off or takes the season off, right? It's time to vacation and have some fun. And we show up all in spring training. And I'm like, damn, Dennis, you look like you got another 30 pounds of muscle on you. Yeah, I didn't do as well as I thought I should last year. So I just spent all summer getting in the best shape that I could get in. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
And then no one's surprised that the coach sees it. Everyone sees it. And then we find out, man, how did Dennis go from being a sophomore to a starter? When everybody knows exactly what Dennis did. He practiced and worked out when everyone else sat on their ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
It's like,
Yeah.
the world is so simple, Dennis. It really, really is. People want to train people. I don't want to train people. I want to put them in Josh's system.
Yeah.
I made 4.9 million. Josh made 600 million.
Ooh.
I got 2 millionaires underneath me. He has 11.
Wow.
Yeah. Took his wife and got her to $1 million a month.
Yeah, I remember that.
So it's amazing. You guys will watch a bunch of leaders and then Josh will promote like a update for July. And you guys go on everything that I have on social media and I'm promoting Josh and his update. And then you go to other people that are, let's just say, doing it their own way. And you go to their social media and all they're talking about is them. And I'm talking about Josh and Jenna. That might be a clue. So yeah, Dennis, you know, that's exactly what I would tell you to do is, you know, the biggest things in life, like when I talked about the free gifts, still to this date, I still read the chapter 9 in this book.
Yeah, yeah, that inspired me right there. Yeah, especially chapter 9.
Yeah, because I still have stupid thoughts about myself, Dennis.
Yeah, same way with me. That's why I was debating
Yeah,
in my
I
mind.
still have stupid thoughts about that the master imaginator created me to be a creator with imagination. And I keep trying to do it without his help. It's it's the stupidest thing that a human being could do. Acknowledge me and everything will be added onto you. No, I'd rather tell people I'm great. How's that working for you?
Yeah,
Because the people that are humble and go on, I'm nothing. I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for the master creator.
yeah. Amen.
See, they just ignore. Hey, I just got my imaginary friend Dennis, and he tells me what to say and what to do and who to contact. And the next thing I know, that I'm getting a bunch of plaques and trophies for me just trying to connect with people to get them connected to figuring out that they're a miracle. So,
You're definitely right about that.
well, thank you for pulling that out of me, Dennis, and thank you for being on here. I love and appreciate you.
Well, I needed to hear that. So yeah,
Good, good. Yeah,
definitely.
people would go after more people if you knew the next steps that you needed to do. So all of a sudden you got Martin, he comes in and Martin says, now what? And what did Dennis do? Dude, you got to get on this AMA.
Yeah,
My friend and my business partner, Robert Hollis, going to be talking all kinds of cool stuff. Plug in here.
yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
going to give you a shout out. You can ask him anything.
definitely.
Brilliant, Dennis. And now I'm going to congratulate Martin for being on here and say, listen, you click on the chat that we have in here and you can see that Craig clicked sent next steps. And the next steps in the videos are there for only 2 reasons. One, if you're a player, you'll go through those videos and go, oh my God, I got to get this to this person. I got to get this to this person. I got to
Yeah,
get this to this person. See, as you go through them, it's going to get you to understand what things hold people up. And then as they go through there, depending on where they are in their life, one will impact them more than another. But me being in this industry for 37 years, I know what holds people up. Some people are like, I don't know how do I make money and how do I get paid? And they watch a couple of videos and they go, I got it. Okay, now what do I do? And they watch a video. Oh my God, now I know what to do. See what I mean?
yes.
And so, yeah, that was it. So Dennis, thank you for pulling that out of me.
Appreciate it, Robert.
God bless. Have a great weekend.
All right, you too.
You bet.
Dennis, thank you so very much. Golly, you guys are just pulling stuff out of Robert. That download machine, Robert, is just going miles and miles an hour here.
Ding, 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 ding.
Plugged in. That's right. All right. Well, we want to appreciate you for joining us and thank you very, very much. We got Kai Au. Kai, go ahead. I know we kind of spoke with you about you earlier, but let's go ahead and hear from you right now. Open up and please share with us.
Well, first of all, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, I don't have no silly earbuds like I did today, like last week.
Believe it or not, I'm hearing you better now than I ever have.
Okay.
So whatever you're doing, it's working.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, well, first of all, I want to congratulate Dennis. Welcome. Great to see you here on the AMA sessions live. And congratulations on your affiliate. It has been a while and has been a minute. And I don't know what happened. Something clicked, but it's I believe in you, and I know that you can make 1K for this month of July, and let's rock it.
Awesome.
And that's all I have to say.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Well, Kai, thank you very much. And I know that James is on here too. And I know that, yeah, that might be just the thing that you say to yourself. It's like, you know, I want to, because when we're in action, when we're in the pursuit of our dreams, in pursuit of our imagination, that's when everything flows.
Absolutely.
It always flows. So, you know, and that's it. When we're not playing and we're not inspiring others and leading by example, then we just spend all our time beating the shit out of ourselves.
Absolutely, because one thing I really brought to my attention this last week was just chaotic with the tornado and no electricity and trying to like scatter around. Oh my God, where do I find Wi-Fi? Holy crap. And I just thought back what you said. You could either lead with inspiration or you can lead in desperation.
Right.
And with that, I all of a sudden everything just started falling to pieces. And July rent got paid. Now I'm just working on letting the landlords let me stay for another contract term. And out of nowhere, people started coming out of the woodworks asking, "What the heck are you doing? What is this business that you're talking about all the time?" They're like, "Well, it looks like you've been looking at me for a long time. Why are you connecting now?" So the people are looking there, but your vibration on even like just your posts matches like what it attracts the people, or it either attracts
Totally.
them.
Totally. The story that I always tell people, I think still to this day, I understand for this to be what I want it to be, that I have to create momentum. There's got to be this small moment of time where 100% of my focus is all on creating that momentum. And I'm glad that my mentor told that to me, because every one of these trophies that I have behind me is I understood that momentum. So the favorite story I always talk about with momentum is like, if you've ever seen anybody and their car breaks down, well, right away when it breaks down, especially in traffic, it's like everyone's laughing at them, everyone's honking at them. Everyone's get the hell out of the way. Why did you stop in the middle of the road? And the person's frustrated and confused and sitting in the car, beating on the dash, beating on the steering wheel. They're all upset and everyone's laughing at them. And all you got to do is make sure the car's in neutral, get out of the car, open the door, put your hand on the steering wheel and push against the door frame. And you got to do it like you mean it, instead of just whining and complaining. And once you start focusing on trying to get the car to move, then it's like the universe throws people at it. Now, all of a sudden, one guy pulls up, puts on his flashers, gets out, and comes behind the car and starts pushing. The second that you get the second person, we call it like the lone nut. We're all like the lone nut until we're pushing and people go, "He's serious. I'm going to help him." And as soon as that first person starts pushing, then all the spectators go, "I'm such an asshole." It's like this. The ones that need to make the decision goes, "Oh man, now I look bad because I'm not helping." And you get another person that runs across the street, and another person. And before you know it, you got 4 or 5 people that are pushing. And now it's unsafe for you to be in the doorway. And someone yells from the back, "Jump in, we got it." And now the car's got momentum and it allows you to steer and maybe get to a gas station or at least to the side of the road where it's not in the intersection, and never ever fails. As soon as that's done, there's going to be one of those people that are going, "Hey, do you got a phone? You need to call someone that needs help." What's your next, Kai, what's your next action? Where were you going? Where were you doing? How can I help you? Well, apparently my car won't start. I don't have any money. I think I'm just out of gas. Hey, well, I'll take you over and we'll get some gas. We'll come over and fill it up. And it's like, wow. But none of us want to create that momentum and energy. And we don't want to do it persistent and long enough to get people to come out of the woodworks and go, I'm with you. I'm with you. I can tell you're going someplace. Because as soon as we hit 25K in 2 weeks, and then our first full month went 50K, now it's easy for people to look and go, wow, holy crap. And all it was is I did exactly what every one of you guys can do. Once you make up your mind and you want to play on a higher level, every one of you know that you can connect with more people than you have. Every one of you. And it's like, wow, what if I did hit a top spot and also got a very significant check? So I could show everyone, hey, I made 5,000. I made 10,000. Then this business is easy. Because you guys think my sorting is easier than yours. You think that I got magic dust. No, it doesn't make a difference. All the fame and fortune that I have in this industry and life, I still can't convince a participant to be a player. I know people that used to think they were players that no longer believe that they can be a player. Isn't that crazy? It's like they had a couple of good seasons or good years. Then they went and played on other teams and they're not as good as they thought they were. That messes up your confidence. That messes up your belief in yourself. Is when you made money someplace else and then you went to another company and you don't have it. What does that mean, really? It doesn't mean that you lost your mojo. It means that you need to go back and find someone that truly knows the secret on how to build an organization. Because like Jim Rohn says, I when I was young, I knew how to be a potato farmer because my dad was a potato farmer. Then I met a guy in a Cadillac and I asked him how he got it. And he says, I'm a salesperson. I said, could you teach me? And he said, I make good money, really good money being a salesperson. And then I met Errol Scholz. And he made my mentor in selling look like he didn't make any money. And he goes, if you learn how to be a salesperson, you can learn to build an organization. And when you learn to build a group of people, now you make a fortune. So see, when I heard those things, it was like, if I don't know how to do this, would I rather learn a skill of having tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people in my group? Or would I like to learn to be a good salesperson? And Dennis, listen really closely. Would I want to learn to be a good trainer, a good presenter? No, I wanted to make a fortune. I'll let other people be good presenters. I'll let other people be good trainers. I tried that. I got the t-shirt. I got the trophies. It's like when you're being a trainer and a presenter and a wannabe author, a wannabe brand, that takes up all your time and it stops you from building a group because it's unduplicatable. So everything that I do, that's what my mentor beat in my head. Can you teach this to another person and get them results? Sign up as an affiliate for free, then go get your affiliate link and then share that affiliate link with other videos on social media. Yeah, I that's duplicatable. Can I add a lot to that? If you want to struggle, sure.
And that's actually really kind of funny you mentioned that, because this morning I had to do some manual labor work to make extra money. And during the break, the other person who was working with me, he was watching me doing all my happy birthdays and sending the gifts to people. And then hearing me, obviously he was eavesdropping. And it's like, me asking people if they could do me a favor, and asking who do they know who wants to make extra money right now. And he's like, okay, I know you're part of a multi-level marketing business. Is that all you really do? And I'm like, yeah, this is totally different. And I'm like, yeah, it is, because it's simple and it's easy. And he's like, well, I was part of this other company too. I'm not going to name names. And we just started bringing it up. He's like, how come yours is so different? It's like, because I learned from somebody who's documented and has proven success. He was trying to get into a right fighting mode. And I immediately knew it. I just like, yeah, you're trying to right fight saying this doesn't work, and you won't make it rich. And I'm like
so wait a minute. So wait a minute. Both of us are at a job, and you're going to try to tell me that you got a better way?
Exactly. And have been in three multi-level marketing business and never made anything. I digress.
Yeah. People are funny, man. I just know that I know that there's a lot of people that are on the internet that know spectators that really truly are praying that they could find somebody that shows them how to play right. And so it's easy for me to do what I do because I know I'm going to find a diamond. I know I'm going to find a bunch of golden nuggets. And I know I'm going to find some people that are just going to participate at their level. And I'm okay with that. Do you guys realize I've had people for, oh my God, I would say at least 30 years. I have people for 30 years that participate in anything that I'm doing. They're not players, but they're amazing, amazing participants. And I just love the hell out of them. Hey, why haven't you brought somebody in? Why aren't you 1K? Why aren't you doing? I want them to participate on the level that they're comfortable at the time.
I'm the same way too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you know my history. It's like I started in this in desperation. That's painful. I'd rather somebody stay where they are until they are ready when they are finally inspired. Because, oh my God, it's just coming from my personal experience, when you're running in desperation, it could be bloody painful.
Oh, when you're in desperation and you're depressed, and every day is a mental health thing that is contemplating on whether or not you still want to be on this planet. There's only one way you can go from there. And it's like, I stayed in that place for 9 months one time. You know what I mean? And that was my decision. Oh my God, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And then every month I could pull off this thing where I did feed myself. I did take care of small responsibilities. I was homeless for only a short period of time, but I got really, really good, Kai, at struggling and just barely pulling it off. And I just got exhausted from that. I just got so exhausted from that. And, I finally got around the right group of people that went, man, you used to be an auto mechanic. This business is easy. And I'm like, really? You know what I mean? It's like, well, I could never be a mechanic. You know, I think people always do that. And I was like going, you really think I'm going to crush this? Yeah. I was like, okay, I will. I guess I will. So Kai, I always appreciate you, man. And I believe in you and I love you, man.
Thank you for everything that you do, Robert.
You bet.
You're truly a blessing.
You are too. So Craig, let's close her out, man.
All right. Robert, wow, what great insights, great inspirations, and thank you so very much for your guidance. And Kai, thank you so much too for being a great participant in all of this. We really, really appreciate that. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So as we go ahead and start to wrap up our Ask Me Anything, got to give some quick shout outs to, of course, Kai, Bill Shoemaker, Jody Falcon, Dennis Allen, and Matthew Hollis. Matt, bless you, my friend. Thank you so very much for being our executive producer. We appreciate you, and we're glad that you are the foundation to everything that we do here on Ask Me Anything, as well as Inner Circle Imaginators and all that we all do here. Please don't forget tomorrow, if you are a part of the Imaginators, we start at 12 p.m. Pacific. If you're not part of the Imaginators, join us. It's very simple to do. You go to roberthollis.com/join and you can be part of it. Or if you're watching us on YouTube, look on that little join button down below us here. Click on that. You could join Imaginators and you could join Inner Circle. Both are excellent communities where we actually get to learn and do and share more with Robert. And that's the whole idea, is that you get more one-on-one personalized training with Robert. And if you want to save the chat, you can do that. There's a lot of great information in the chat for Zoom. Just click on the three dots in the chat that's next to Ask Me Anything, then click on Save Chat. It will download to your computer as we conclude. If you're watching us on YouTube, many of the links that we have shared and we have talked about are in the post description down below this video. So please go ahead, check them out, including a lot of the stuff like Robert was sharing, the next steps, the God Memorandum, which is part of the greatest miracle in the world, and so much more. We appreciate that. Thank you so very much. And also, please like and share this video. And let's go ahead and share it with people who have ears that hear and want to go to the next level. So with that being said, it is Saturday. We are near to the top of the hour. Let's go out, have a great weekend. Please, everyone, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. Be good to yourselves. Be cash. And until next time, bye for now. I'm going to go ahead and click the unmute button for those of you on YouTube as we say so long.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Love you all.
Everybody, thanks, guys.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you,
Guys are
Doctor.
awesome.
Take care,
Thank you
Greg.
so
I
much.
appreciate
Bye-bye,
it.
everybody.
Hi, John.
Thank you.
Daniel,
Robert.
Blaine,
Thank you,
Michelle,
Robert.
Appreciate
Thank you to everybody.
Martin, Chris,
Martin,
Deb.
you.
Hi, Deb.
On
Hi, Dee Dee.
show there.
Melody, I love and appreciate you. Thank you, James Saunders. Hi, Tom. Hi, Dennis.
Hey,
Thanks
Robert.
again. Thanks, Jody. Thanks, Arthur, Mike, Bill, and of course, my son, Matthew, and Craig.
Yes.
Thanks, Craig. Love you guys. Good night.
Love
Love you,
guys.
Dad. Thank you guys so
Bye-bye.
much.